Hey everyone, my name is Larissa and today we will be reviewing AICE International History Chapter 2.3. Let's get right into it. Chapter 2.3 is about how successful were attempts to improve international relations from 1924 to 1929. At the beginning of 1924, international relations remained very tense, particularly in Europe. Countries were still struggling with economic problems caused by the First World War, and there seemed to be little to unite European nations, but a lot to divide them. Border disputes continued to break out, and French and Belgian soldiers were still occupying the German Ruhr. However, a number of things combined to gradually reduce these tensions over the next 5 years. One of the most important was the League of Nations, which was able to negotiate peaceful resolutions to a number of border disputes. Although the League of Nations did not include major countries like the USA or Russia, it did help settle disputes before they could become battlefields. Another important factor was economic recovery. There were many economic problems at the time. Economies had been devastated by war, there were lost markets, and countries faced high taxation, borrowing, and inflation. During the war, many countries also left the gold standard, which allowed them to print more money but weakened their currencies and increased inflation. Gradually, however, economies did begin to recover. Governments took the lead in Reconstruction, appointing ministers of Reconstruction. Although progress was very slow due to financial constraints, confidence was gradually restored. Businesses began investing again and people bought government bonds. By 1925, Britain returned to the gold standard, followed by France in 1926 and Italy in 1927, and by 1928, most countries had done the same. The USA also played a major role. It emerged from the war as the world's leading economy, with no damage to its industries. It experienced an economic boom, known as the Roaring Twenties, as shown in the picture. Despite following isolationism, the USA helped ease tensions by supporting solutions to the reparation problem, improving relations between France and Germany. So let's move into aims and impact of international treaties and conferences. Why does it not say? There were three main issues surrounding German reparations. First, French and Belgian troops were still occupying German territory in the Ruhr. Secondly, Germany claimed it was unable to make the reparation payments. And third, the USA insisted on full repayment of war debts, while Britain and France depended on German reparations to pay those debts. To solve this, the Deutsch Plan was created in 1924. It involved withdrawing troops from the Ruhr, restructuring payments, supervising the Reichsbank, and giving Germany a foreign loan. This reduced tensions and marked a change in French policy. The Locarno Conference of 1925 further improved relations. Countries agreed to respect borders and avoid military action unless defensive. Britain and Italy agreed to support victims of aggression. Germany, under Stresemann, accepted the Treaty of Versailles and improved relations with France. Germany joined the League of Nations in 1926. However, the Locarno treaties did have its weaknesses. They did not guarantee Germany's eastern borders, and Britain was not fully committed to enforcing the agreements. The Kellogg-Briand Pact of 1928 was another attempt to improve these relations. Over 60 countries agreed to renounce war and settle disputes peacefully. However, the pact had no enforcement, and the USA remained committed to isolationism, so the Kellogg-Briand Pact was pretty much useless. Finally, the Young Plan of 1929 reduced reparations from $66 billion to $2 billion and removed controls over the German economy. This showed that France was willing to compromise, which was a big shocker to everyone. Overall, relations improved significantly between 1924 and 1929. However, tensions still remained. France continued to distrust Germany, and agreements lacked enforcement. While progress was made, lasting peace was not fully secured yet. Thank you so much for watching. This does conclude our summary of Chapter 2.3 for AICE International History. I wish you the best of luck with all your studies.